Ratusan aktivis pro-Palestina dan anti-perang berkumpul di Downing Street, London pada Selasa, menuntut penghentian operasi militer Israel di Iran, Lebanon, dan Gaza, serta mendesak Presiden AS Donald Trump menghentikan suplai senjata ke Israel. Rekaman memperlihatkan para demonstran membawa bendera wilayah terdampak, memegang poster anti-perang, dan mendengarkan orasi. Salah satu poster menggambarkan anjing dengan bendera Amerika sebagai tubuh dan bendera Israel sebagai ekor, dengan tulisan "Now the tail wags the dog" di bawah nama Trump. Jeremy Corbyn, mantan pemimpin Partai Buruh, menekankan sangat mudah bagi Trump untuk menghentikan suplai senjata. Presiden AS sebelumnya pernah melakukannya, tapi dia tidak. Chris Neham dari Stop the War Coalition menambahkan, Israel tetap menjadi pusat proyek imperial Barat dan ambisi geopolitik AS di Timur Tengah. Hal paling sederhana yang bisa dilakukan Trump adalah berkata, "Saya tidak akan menjual senjata lagi." Tapi itu kemungkinan besar tidak akan dilakukan. Para aktivis juga mengecam serangan Israel yang terus berlanjut, termasuk terhadap Gaza dan Lebanon, serta menekankan bahwa jutaan warga telah terdampak dan terpaksa mengungsi. Protes ini terjadi setelah pertukaran serangan antara Israel dan Iran untuk pertama kali sejak April, sebelum kedua belah pihak menghentikan serangan pada Senin. Trump menyatakan bisa membuat kesepakatan dengan Iran dalam 2 atau 3 hari, sementara Netanyahu memperingatkan perjuangannya dengan Hezbollah dan Iran belum selesai.
I think we should recognize that Pakistan has done its very best to try to negotiate a ceasefire in order to bring about some kind of negotiation, and the various stages of those negotiations are important. I think there are some hopes that that can be the case, where it would have to be a recognition of Iran's independence and sovereignty.
However, what about sanctions against Israel for the illegal occupation in the first place?
Peace would look like two things. One is an end to the bombing and the fighting. The second thing would be liberation for the people of Palestine. They have been under a form of occupation ever since 1948.
Israel has continued for months now to attack Lebanon, including displacing over 1 million people from their homes, and meanwhile escalating once again its attacks against Palestinians. We saw the horrific and heartbreaking images of a Palestinian baby shot dead by the Israeli military in Hebron, in the West Bank. Once again, the closure of the crossings into Gaza, denying access for vital food and other humanitarian needs.
Israel is breaking ceasefires in all directions. They're occupying a whole swathe of the Lebanon and actually advancing further from the south. They're attacking Gaza again in a murderous way, and they are locked into the war against Iran as well. The Israeli government, the Israeli politicians, the Israel's leadership is committed to permanent war for a greater Israel. And that's an extremely dangerous and destabilizing fact. I think he could easily control Netanyahu. The simple thing he needs to do is to say, "I'm not selling you any more weapons." But that's the one thing he's quite unlikely to do, because actually Israel remains central to the West's imperial project, to the US's geopolitical ambitions in the Middle East.
Arrive from these areas suffering from explosions, shrapnel wounds. Let the word ceasefire become a reason to look away.
Our answer to wedge treating and Emily Thornberry and a handful of other.
Jelajahi cara baru mendapatkan informasi. Download MetroTV Extend sekarang.